Welcome, Leila. Today we have a showcase from US. Thank you very much. It's going to be Acrizia and Double Michi in Nightmare Hydra. Hail Hydra. Now that the Hydra is fixed again, you know, we love Miss Acrizia in here. What's fun is US has done some ridiculously good damage. You're going to see the screenshot is he's done 201 million. One key on the Nightmare Hydra with this comping Acrizia and Michi. You saw Acrizia end up doing like 126. Look at that. And Michi 53. So on this comp, he kept it identical except put in a second Michi instead of Contra. So technically should be more damage, right? So that's going to be interesting to see. But what we are going to do is we are primarily going to be focusing on Acrizia and the double Michis. Because if you guys recall, we just had basically that guaranteed Michi summon event, right? So US did that and he already had one. So starting off with Miss Thing here on Acrizia. She is in Relentless and she's also in a speed set. You're also going to see that she has a Refresh Ring with a chance to prevent a skill cooldown. She does have the Revenge Amulet, which is a chance to counter as well too. And then we have a Revenge Banner. Now for the stats. 50,000 HP, 4,600 attack, 2,800 defense, 243 on the speed. She's crit capped with 281% on the crit damage, 169 resistance, and then 157 on the accuracy. You are going to see that she has a blessing, and so her blessing is Phantom Touch with 4 stars. So that does give extra attack, extra chance to inflict bonus damage, more HP, and more crit damage as well too. And for her masteries, you're going to see that she's down the offense and the support trees. Behind me, we have Methodical. We have Kill Streak. And then her T6 being War Master. And Twitch chat's funny. They're like, we love these free-to-play comps. Hey, you know what? I mean, if you got the champs, I don't. I don't have an Acrizia. I don't even have one Michi, let alone 2. You know? So that is Acrizia. And you're going to see that there's 2 Michis. So let's start with Michi Prime. Michi Prime. So Michi Prime is also in Relentless and a Perception set is what we have here. So he also has a Cleansing Ring, which is a chance to remove a random debuff, just a regular amulet, and then he does have a Refresh Banner, which is a chance to prevent a skill cooldown. For his stats, yep, double trouble on the hexing and the burns. Yep. So we have almost 41,000 HP, 1,600 attack, 4,300 defense, 248 speed, crit capped with 246% crit damage. Resistance is 252 with 385 on the accuracy. He also has a 1-star blessing, which is going to be Smite. And then, so this one, his masteries are going to be offense and support. And behind me, we have Methodical, we have Kill Streak, and we have War Master. So that was Michi Prime and second Michi. Second Michi, we have Relentless and also Perception as well too. So US got pretty lucky. Lots of good just Relentless gear here, right? And then for his banner, he does have a special banner, which is going to be Revenge Counterattack. For the stats, 50,000 HP, 1,700 attack, 4,300 on the defense, 217 speed, crit capped, 232% of the crit damage, 189 resistance, and 416 on the accuracy. This one does not have a blessing, but his masteries, here we go. So we are going to see again down the offense and the support with the T6 being War Master. All right, US wants you guys to see the hands and chest pieces on both of the Michis. So here is second Michi. Wow, those are spicy rolls. Good grief, we got lucky. Look at this. Relentless, crit damage gauntlets with crit damage rolls on them too. Look at that. Really lucky there. And we end up getting, so we got accuracy on this one too. Nice. Because here he's a defense champ, right? All right, let's check out Michi Prime. Crit damage and crit rate. Get some spicy rolls here. I know Twitch chat's like, hallelujah. Oh my gosh, definitely some spicy rolls. Now, let's go into Hydra. All right, guys, we are in Nightmare Hydra, and here's the team. We have Necmo Python, Double Trouble Michis, Acrizia, and then we have Miss Tuna. So let's check out the presets. Necmo, we're having to start with those planar chains, which is the AoE decreased speed and a leech. Speed weirding, which is increased speed on all the allies and gets an extra turn, so we get to do planar chains again. Pythion, we have him start with his Rapicious Staff, which just hit twice and heals the ally with the lowest HP, and then Immortal Serpents, which is the revive but also does the strengthen as well. So this is Michi Prime. Michi Prime is doubled Degeneracy, which is the AoE, removes buffs and does a hex, into Dire War, which is the AoE decreased defense, decreased attack, hexing. And so slight difference with the second Michi, right? Slight difference. Miss Acrizia, we're having to start with Battlefield Domination, which is the AoE twice. Also a shield. Into Shutdown, which hits twice, chance of stealing turn meter. And then Miss Tunarak, we're going to have her start with her Desert Fitness, which is the increased defense and increased speed, into Radiant Suffering, which is decreased attack, block, buffs, buff spread, and then back into her Desert Fitness. So what we are going to do here, guys, is we know that Hydra, this run actually takes about an hour, is what US said. However, the damage should be really, really good. So what we're going to do is one key on Nightmare is going to be 36.6, I think, right? So we're going to run that for the one key, and then, you know, we'll skip forward and I'll show you guys what it ends up doing for total damage in the end. So let's go. And this will be full auto as well. Let's run. Now, again, I mean, we got some great champs in here. Pythion. Pythion was a fragment champ, right? It's a fusion champ. Solid. And then we did just have a... Was there 10x for him recently? I feel like there was 10x for him recently. Necmo was a guaranteed champ. Very, very worth it if you're able to get him. Again, another solid champ. Tuna. Unfortunately, she was neither. She was neither a guarantee, nor was she a fusion, but a fantastic champ nonetheless. And then, like I said, Michi, there was just a guaranteed, basically it was a guaranteed Michi, right? As long as you had the shards, which was a fun event too, guys. Drop me some comments on that. Did you like the Michi shard events where you just needed to get 10,000 points and didn't matter what shards? So I know a lot of people were using like mystery shards, for example, which was pretty neat. That was definitely really cool. So again, what we're looking for here was, I know I had showed this in the beginning of the video, is first, you know, runs around here. This is what we ended up getting for US is 201 mil damage. Look at that. With Acrizia 126, Michi 53. So the one swap, like you guys saw, is a second Michi in place of Contra. So it's going to be interesting to see how much damage we could get in here, but also love to see Acrizia's damage. We know that she's literally beast when it comes to bosses, right? She really is. And speaking of Little Miss Thing Acrizia, look at that. Head down already, and she's gonna be the first snack. I mean, she is bite size. She's a dwarf, right? She's kind of like a bite-sized snack. Twitch chat is commenting how they really liked the Michi event and liked being able to use any shard. Yep. A lot of people used mystery shards for it, which was exciting, you know? I hope they do that again. And the thing is, like, he's a good champ too. It wasn't like they did it for some mediocre champ. He's a really good one as well. All right, so already we're at 12. We're looking to get to 36.6 for the one key. And then, like I said, what I'll do is I'll fast forward a bit. There you guys will have to watch a full hour run on this. And that is it. That is the one key, you guys. We are at almost 8 minutes. That's a one key. So what I am going to do, like I said, this run is going to take about an hour to basically try to maximize the full potential of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward and I'm going to show you guys what the damage ends up being in the end. All right, guys, we are back. So we ended up doing the Nightmare Hydra run again. So we ended up changing the comp. So this time ended up having 177 million damage. So interestingly enough, switching out Contra for a Michi, we ended up having less damage, but a lot of that could still be the RNG of it, right? We're going to see here that Miss Acrizia still did quite a bit, not as much as she did before. She did 91. And then we had a Michi at 38 and we had a another Michi at 32. If you guys recall, those really were the only changes that we had. But again, so this was one key, and it just kind of shows you these small RNG swings. And also, like, Contra is really, really good in these comps anyway because of Provoke, for example. So it's really interesting to see some of the shifts. Now, yeah, so those of you guys watching YouTube, Twitch chat's like only 90. Condolences. I mean, we already know that Acrizia is a goddess in the Hydra, but it's so interesting to just see what the RNG shifts can do, and even like a small change like that, one champ versus another. Granted, I mean, still 177 mil on one key for the Nightmare Hydra is really, really good, but really interesting to just kind of see the difference. And yeah, that run ended up taking an hour. That was an hour run. So guys, you know, drop me some comments down below if you're using Acrizia and your Hydra comps. If you're using Michi, I mean, again, they do pair very, very well again in the Hydra. And US, thank you again so much for the showcase.